Hi Taurus, welcome to this November 2025 tarot reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or however Taurus resonates with your chart or with you. So yeah, this is going to be a Celtic cross. I'm going to lay out the cards, talk about the cards, clarify all of the cards, and then we'll get some advice and an oracle message to close out. So I hope everyone is having a lovely Halloween or Samhain. Yeah, so let's get into this reading. This is a new channel, so please check out my other readings. I have new moon, full moon, shorts, longs, love readings, general readings. So check out my channel. Let me know what you like. Subscribe, send me a message. And I am doing personal readings, so let me know if that's something you're interested in as well. So let's get into this reading, Taurus. Spirit, what is the message for Taurus? What does Taurus need to hear for November 2025? All right. Okay, Taurus. The overall energy for the reading is the Hanged Man. This is a card about surrender. It's about having an open mind and being open to new perspectives, needing to see new perspectives. Sometimes it can also be about a pause, you know, feeling suspended or as if you're waiting. Okay. So, in the position of your current state, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, as you can see from the card, is a very fast-moving energy. It's an air energy, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is the card in your position of your current state, Taurus. So you could be in your head at this time about something, thinking about something, having some new ideas, moving towards something that you are curious about or want to research. For some of you, this could be about, you know, legal things. The Knight of Swords speaks truth, sometimes to a fault, because they're a knight, so they're not fully matured into a queen or a king, so to speak. So this could be your energy, Taurus. This could be someone else's energy. In the position of challenge or blockage, we have the Three of Wands. And so there could be a blockage here. You could be struggling to see your ships come in, so to speak. That could be something that you're waiting on. There could be a pause. You could be having to kind of let go of control here so that you can let something else come in here from the heart. Sometimes when we're in, you know, mind space and air energy, it can be challenging to access the heart at times because it's, you know, the heart versus the mind. And so that's the energy I'm getting with this. In the position of what is coming to fruition or what's at the top of your mind, we have more air energy with the Five of Swords. So again, very much in your head. The Five of Swords can be about ego. It can be about doing things without concern of how it may affect others. It can be about feeling left out. So you could be feeling this way, or someone else could be feeling this way. Sometimes we have to look out for ourselves in order to get ahead. And that's such a relative statement, right? Because how can we be in our integrity and do that? And so that might be something that you want to consider or are considering at this time. In the position of the subconscious, or what's going on beneath the surface, we have the Emperor card, which is Aries energy. Taurus, this is kind of your energy as well, as in regards to the determination, the will, and persistence, right? The Emperor is one of authority. It is one of structure and leadership. It's the father of the tarot. And so underneath the surface, there could be some sort of blockage because, again, talking about like need for control, mind over heart. So you could be struggling with the need or desire to control things. You may be feeling out of control. Some of you, that's going to be the case. I'm getting a sense of stubbornness, but that is, absolutely part of your character, Taurus. So, excuse me. In the past, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is Earth energy. In the past, Taurus, you may have felt as if there was something reciprocal in a relationship, possibly, whether that be family, love, work, friendships. There could have been a sense in the past, Taurus, that you felt like you could help assist or provide to others, maybe at the fault of yourself, right? Where we give too much to others and not giving enough to ourselves, like a people pleaser, for example. But we'll know more when we resonate. When we clarify. In the position of in the near future, we have the Four of Pentacles. So you see, we went from the Six, which is about giving and receiving and having enough, to in the future wanting to preserve and hold back, which is, mirrors this energy in a sense, right? As well as this. And so it seems like what's going on right now with you being in this Knight of Swords energy, and it seems you are waiting on something to come in, and I'm getting the feeling that there's a scarcity mindset here, potentially. Overthinking about things that feed the ego. So we want to ask ourselves when we're making judgments or, decisions, what that is. Okay, in the position of what's influencing the situation, we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is about feeling disconnected, uninspired, feeling just blah. You could be having a hard time accessing your emotions because of this, Taurus, currently. The issue with this is when we get in this mindset, sometimes we can miss an opportunity because we don't see it. the position of your environment and how others see you, we have the King of Cups. Water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So in your environment and how others see you is either people see you as this King of Cups with all this love and giving. Maybe this is how you have been in the past. Maybe that's what you're struggling to access currently. Or for some of you, this could be someone else coming in to offer you love. The person or connection, I don't know where love came from, but to offer you something of an emotional. So this could be this cup that is potentially going to be missed here when we stay in this state of looking out for ourselves, being in control of a situation, moving recklessly is what I'm hearing. In the position of hopes and fears, you have the Page of Pentacles, which is your energy, Taurus. So your hopes is that there's going to be some sort of material or some sort of gain, right? Whether that's material or psychological, right? That would be more indicated by swords. However, for all of you, it's going to be different. Some of you may hope to tap into grounding, looking at things from a fresh perspective, not using all of the past to determine what it is that you are today. In the last position of the outcome, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is about, seeing the fruits of our labor. Finally seeing things come in, such as these ships that you're waiting on. Right, that I'm thinking are stalled because of some sort of stagnant energy we have here in the mental space. But this is a great card of harvesting and a confirmation that things will move forward in your favor, Taurus. Okay, so let's clarify these cards. I'm feeling so tired today, y'all. Okay. Like deep breath. All right, 13:54 on the timer. Spirit, why is the Hanged Man here for the overall energy for Taurus? Why is the Hanged Man here for the overall energy for Taurus? That came out so nicely. Okay. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I'm seeing a detachment here, Taurus, from your stability or what grounds you. I'm very much getting a sense of this mental energy that is creating some of you to feel like left out or not a part of something. It's creating a blockage for you here that is putting you in a vulnerable position. I'm hearing you're not tapping into your third eye. Some of you may practice those kinds of meditations. It's like being covered up by some sort of thought process. It's like you're leading from the head, from logic. Not tapping into that like spiritual side of Taurus, right? Of earth signs and being in tune with nature, being in tune with the earth. You may be feeling disconnected from yourself at this time in November. Spirit, why is the Knight of Swords here as the current energy? Why is the Knight of Swords here, Spirit? Okay. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Justice card, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Wands. For some of you, there is some sort of legal matter here or contract of some sort that could be creating this anxiety, this detachment that you're experiencing. Some of you are wanting to speak your truth about a beginning here and what it is that you want and deserve. There's an imbalance, again, with this Knight of Swords. With the sword, the kind of fast-moving, like unintentional or not thought out. You know, like, when I think of the Knight of Swords, I feel like this knight is not thinking about the consequences. There's a sense of recklessness. And when I say that, I think more of the Knight of Wands. But that's the energy I'm getting. And I feel like, I guess with the Knight of Swords is more just, you know, very intelligent and quick. Very quick. Very ethical as well. And so for some of you, this could be a matter of ethics and doing the right thing. Spirit, why is the Three of Wands here as the challenge? Why is the Three of Wands here? One more card, Spirit. Okay, well, that was 3 more. So, I'm just going to take this one. Okay, let me see what these are, though. Ooh, the Tower and the Three of Swords. Some of you may have had some sort of heartbreak. This could be about a relationship, you know, contracts related to a relationship, truth, some sort of truth coming out about something. Again, this could have to do with the legal system. But in the position of the challenge or blockage, we have the Three of Wands. And I spoke about, you know, potentially not being able to see your ships come in. And so clarifying this Three of Wands, we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hermit. And so what I'm getting from this is not that you were at the beginning of something is what a 3 would be indicated by, but the more you are at the end of something. I'm getting the feeling that whoever this is resonating with has come to the end of something, and what they thought was going to come in did not come in. This may be related to finances. It may be related to work that you've done on yourself or with another in some sort of healing sense. I feel like you've been waiting. There's a sense here of a significant amount of time has passed for you, Taurus. You may have given someone a lot of chances, which created significant burdens on you. It may have made a situation feel like it has dragged on for eons. Okay. In the position of what's coming to fruition here, we have the Five of Swords. Please clarify the Five of Swords here. Why is the Five of Swords here? Okay. Five of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. There's that Tower again. And the Page of Swords. More swords. So many swords. You may have made a choice, or someone else made a choice, and it hurt someone else here. And it came in like a wrecking ball, is what I just heard. Yeah, that's strongly what I'm getting here. There could be a sense of, I'm getting the sense of some sort of like curiousness here or interest that has risen from this or that led to this. But Taurus, you're coming in very, like, I will cut you. And I say that's not like Taurus, but it is. Let's be honest here. Okay. I have a sister that's a Taurus, so she is cutthroat. All right, y'all. In the subconscious, we have the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here, Spirit? All right, the Emperor is clarified by the Temperance, Hierophant, and the Page of Wands. There's some heart in there. There's some passion. I feel like, Taurus, beneath the surface, and here you are as the Hierophant showing up, I feel like you're wanting to get grounded. Something may have, in the past, whatever has happened here may have really knocked you off a path, knocked you off your rocker, you fell out of your chair. For some of you, but I get that you're like trying to reinvent yourself. In a way that makes you feel as if you have more control over your life. Because again, with this hangman as the overall energy, there's a sense of not having that control. And deep down, Taurus, you have that. You have that grounded stability. And the Emperor energy is like, I just think like cement, like very heavy, very concrete here. And so there's a very solid foundation here for you to work from. And I think that's what's driving this sword energy a bit. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles in the past. Why is the Six of Pentacles here for Taurus? One more card. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. There it is. Okay. Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. There's lots of court cards in here, so there are other people involved in this situation for sure. In the past, I feel like, Taurus, you were in a situation that was equal give and take, that you felt very connected to and invested in. And there's a sense of karmicness about this, whether that's with a person or something came in that has, again, upset the apple cart. It could be this truth that wants to be spoken by you. You may have taken a stand for what it is that you want. For some of you, you may have said, I want equal give and take here. This may have led to this decision that came in very quickly. Again, we have the Tower here and the Wheel of Fortune. Something here has shifted dramatically for you, Taurus. And now you're in this feeling of the Four of Pentacles, which is withholding, saving, preserving. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for the near future for Taurus? Okay, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. It's interesting, there's Four of Pentacles right there, and the Emperor. And so in the future, I'm certainly getting this feeling of this subconscious Emperor energy coming out to take the reins, to ensure that they have what they need. That includes a team for some of you and an opportunity. I see you very much taking control of this situation. I don't see you in this Six of Pentacles energy anymore, though. You are in a much more guarded energy in the future, Taurus, with this Four of Pentacles. Okay, let's move on to, why is the King of Cups here as the environment? Why is the King of Cups here, Spirit? Please clarify this King of Cups and the environment. Okay. The King of Cups is clarified by the Judgment card. The 10 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups. For some of you, this King of Cups is a person that's going to come in and move things along towards they're going to bring some enlightenment to the situation after a period of grief. For others, people see you as having had some sort of awakening or reckoning about your emotional fulfillment because of this grief. Turning pain into, transmuting pain into enlightenment, right? We learn from pain. And we wouldn't know what good is good without bad, right? Quotes, good and bad, because those, again, are relative terms. But if we didn't have one extreme, we wouldn't know another, right? And that goes into things like joy and sorrow. Khalil Gibran, The Prophet, is my favorite book. If anyone's interested in that, he writes a incredible, it's a short book about a prophet, and each chapter is about a different topic, like children or family and work and love, and so one of them is on joy and sorrow. It's so beautiful about how we wouldn't feel the heights of joy if we didn't know the depths of our sorrow. And that's what this is reminding me of. Okay, moving on. In the position of hopes and fears, we have the Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here, Spirit? Please clarify. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Okay. They're all falling on the floor. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Death card. I'm getting here that your hope is that a new opportunity, like all will not be lost. And that's going to mean different things for different people. And, what comes to mind when I said that is, again, when we go through experiences, we learn. And it may be the worst thing ever. Right. And we can't take that back, and it's not good that the worst thing ever happens and it changes us. However, when we want to reframe that, because reality is, right? And when things happen to us, that is the reality, and it's okay to be open and talk and accept that reality, right? And I'm I lost my train of thought there, but oh, yeah. It was really just as simple as that, you know, like our experience teaches us and we learn, and those are things that sometimes are supposed to happen on our journey, right? Because we come here for a reason, and trust me, it's not to just like consume. It's you know, it's to tap into our higher potential outside of the conditioning that has created us, right? And I could talk about that for a while, but getting super existential here, and I'm kind of getting lost about the story. So hopefully this is resonating with some of you, because this is the feeling that I'm getting here is, you know, don't regret, you know, things that are out of your control. Don't chastise yourself. I'm not sure where that word came from, for the things that didn't work out in the past, right? And being able to move forward in our whole self, in a rebirth, right? The past is not us. We are who we are because we're evolving all the time. 36 on the timer. I'm going to get out of my philosophical mind. That's what happens because I'm tired. All right, y'all. The outcome here is the Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here, Spirit? Please clarify. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Swords. 2 sevens, that could be lucky. The Nine of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. 3 sevens. Ding, ding, ding. You are the winner, Taurus. Maybe there's a lucky outcome here for you that you have. You know, the outcome here that I'm getting for you is you are strategizing of how best to continue on this journey, even though there is pain, even though there is scars. Like, how is it best for you to move forward, for you to continue to climb out of this situation that some of you are in, and to be open, to be vulnerable in our time of harvest. Okay, and so, yeah. Hopefully that resonates, stars. Seems like something stressful is going on. Like things maybe feeling like they're coming from different directions, or things may feel like they're piling up for you. I get a... What is the feeling that I'm getting from this reading? It's like... I feel like you're exhausted. I don't feel like there's not a lot here about a time for rest. I'm getting the feeling that you're just having to really kind of move and go with the flow, and be open here. So what is the advice for Taurus? What is the advice for Taurus for November 2025? Okay. The advice is the Seven of Cups, the Strength card, and the Death card. The advice here is not to get lost in overthinking. There's a need here for, or an advice here for you to restrain and protect your heart, your mind, and your spirit, because there is a rebirth here happening, and it's a very significant one. And again, whatever this was that's happened currently in November that's leading to this shift is an opportunity for rebirth. And again, I mean, we just never know where life is going to take us. I'm going to tell you that. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here. So let's get an oracle message, and then we'll close this reading out. What is the message for Taurus in November, Spirit? What is the oracle message? All right, we got 2 that came out, so I will read both. Card number 25, the Swarm Wrangler. Skullcap speaks to the beehive. Skullcap knows the honeybee dance and the language of nectar. It can hear the soft whisper and the roaring hum of the comb protectors. Skullcap knows how to sing this honeyed language into your ear. It is a translator between human and non-human, between fire and water, between animate and inanimate. Skullcap is the fragrance you cannot detect, but that drives you forward in the quietest parts of yourself. Skullcap speaks of the language of our nervous system, talking deeply as to an old friend, guiding us with care and knowledge into calmer and more available states. Forest dweller and water lover, Skullcap reminds us to find quiet and quench the thirst of what we yearn to do. Don't be fooled by the delicate nature of this plant's appearance. This gorgeous ally is mighty in their impact. There's almost never a time when Skullcap would not be a valuable aid. With their presence coursing through the net of our nerves, we can settle into our bodies and minds, restore our energy from the drain of stress and overwork, and relate more calmly and evenly to others. Finding Skullcap in the wild offers an opportunity to kneel down and speak softly, to find all the wells of gratitude within yourself and pour them forth. Invite this generous guide into your life and never forget to say thank you. Skullcap is a great friend to humans, helping us find the inner reserves to be content. If you are struggling to find a place in yourself that knows what it feels like to sit in simple joy and peacefulness, in the true expression of safety and happiness, invite Skullcap into your life over and over again. That might be a plant that you look up. You might find more messages there. And then we have the sensuous sifter, lavender. Okay. Lavender is the connector, the filter, and the sponge. Lavender is a support to those who are sensitive to the energies of life around them, sometimes to their own detriment. It helps create a porous yet protective boundary so our spirits will not be overly impacted by interactions and energies that do not belong to us. At the same time, this ally supports our ability to live in vibrant engagement with the world. On this planet, we are all so connected to one another. We attune to each other's states of being. When we are together, we consciously synchronize our heartbeats and often our breath. It's a beautiful thing to feel empathy, to feel connected and aware of each other. But there is also harmful and unnecessary parts of this experience. When we find ourselves feeling weighed down, reactive, or upset, possibly even ill or injured by reasons we can't seem to understand, we may be carrying around some energy that does not belong to us. Lavender helps us filter and discard these forces that can be damaging and exhausting, not to mention very confusing. It is important to remain sensitive to the world around us. Many of us who are sensitive muffle or wall ourselves off from the loud din of the world. But through these actions, we lose a vital energy of exchange. Lavender is a true friend in nurturing the sensitive and easily influenced parts of us, while allowing us to be open and receptive. All right, Taurus, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated. Check out my channel, subscribe, support my readings, and let me know what you like and you don't like. And I'll see you soon. Thanks so much, Taurus. Peace and blessings.